Oh, Mamma Mia. Yes. Welcome, everybody. DL Cast in the house. Tonight we have a great presentation for you. Mia.
Welcome, everybody. DL Cast in the house.
Oh, my speaker's on. All right. Here we go. Yes, I grew a mustache. Not only can Adolf Hitler pull it off, I can too. He can't ruin one mustache for every fucking dude that decides to wear a mustache. I'm telling you right now, I don't give a flying fuck. Okay? If Stalin had pork chops, guess what? Pork chops would be outlawed. Well, guess what? They're not. They're just facial hair, so get over it. And if I don't think so myself, that's a pretty good looking sideways mustache. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I got my partner's on the other end, if you can't tell, behind me. Don't forget to subscribe somewhere over here to help the cause of the DL Cast. We're looking for, 100 by the end of this year. So if you could help us out, 100 subscribers doesn't sound like a lot. So if you could, hit the button so I could prove to my wife that this isn't a fucking joke. Like this mustache. Holy shit, speaking of mustaches, look at this.
I feel like Randy the Macho Man Savage here.
You look like Randy the Macho Man Savage. I love it. Look at you. God,
We're going to town tonight. Let me tell you what, boy.
you got a lot of mustache there.
It's going to make drinking beer pretty hard, I can tell you that.
Your mustache makes my mustache look like a teeny dick.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. Look at those guns. Even the gun show showed up. Oh, my. Good Lord. This guy is ballooned up, I'm telling you. Good Lord. Tonight, we're going to go over with trashy-ass two-timing women.
Got a problem with them.
Yeah. How do you get them out of your house?
Well,
When
it takes a
enough
process,
when
let me tell you
enough
what.
is enough, get the fuck out.
Yep, time to move on.
How have you kicked them out?
Well, mostly I paid a lot. and it was worth it, but I'm not bitter about it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've faked an eviction.
How did you do that?
Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, so I couldn't get this two-timing trashy ass whore out of my house. So what I have done is I talked to my landlord and told him to write me an eviction notice to move. And he did. And I told her you need to go. Not me. You need to go. And she was like, nope. So I bought a storage unit down the road. And I moved my whole fucking house into a storage unit for 2 weeks. She lived in an empty fucking house.
Jesus.
Yeah, talk about a mess. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, it ain't easy out there for a pimp.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Here's how I worked it. Okay. Well, I never came across a two-timing woman yet, so I can't speak on that. But a woman that won't get out, you just hand her. Well, the only one that I know that I had to hand her papers. So.
How have you? I mean, give me a few examples, because sure, you and me both has let a few go.
Well, so the way it works is honest. This goes down to relationships. I mean, you gotta be honest about shit. So when you know that it ain't working out, you gotta say that it's not working out. But you have to figure out a way that you can tell them in a way that they understand. What you do, this is not this. This will be in the book later.
What's this book called?
I have yet to find the perfect name for it yet.
All right. Well, I got a few.
The laughing times of Cody, I guess. I don't know. Cody,
How to mine is how to sell a dick like a trailer. I don't know. That was, hey, it leaks a little bit. Sorry. Slightly used. It may need to be pulled.
You might have to tow it.
You might have to tow it, but guess what? All my shit's in there. So, anyways, how did you get a trashy 2-time whore out?
Well, so here's how I would go about it. I would first off start presenting. I would make a list of her, what you feel is what gets your goat on her, as far as what her negatives are, and then I would make another list of what she thinks her negatives are. Okay. I would start off with leading with one of what I thought was a negative of her, which she's just going to disregard because she knows she's on the gravy train right now and she knows she doesn't want to get out. So then you follow that up with an insecurity that she has that she knows that is a negative on her part. So then she has to recognize, and it's a brutal truth, that she realizes, and then you do that maybe twice, okay? So you start off with one that you think is a negative, and then you go with one of hers that she knows is a negative. You do that twice, and then you come back around to her being a 2-time whore.
That was a long explanation.
Yeah. Well, so you start off by getting her hot and bothered.
Okay.
And then you bring up something that is gonna get her goat, and she is gonna pay attention once you bring up one of those things that she knows is wrong with her. And then you follow up with another one that gets your goat, and then you follow up with one more of her insecurities, and then you bring in the fact that she's also sucking some other guy's dick.
And don't kiss me.
By the way, next time you go out to the bar and when you come home, you better not try and kiss me.
Don't be kissing me. Especially you're puking all over the place and you don't have a dime in your savings account. How in the hell did you get that drunk?
And dude, here's a funny story. It's not about a woman, but it's about a man.
All right, let me hear it.
Last night, I was out at the bar, and he was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this beer that I'm drinking. And he was like, I got to go camping. And he showed me his bank account. He had $6.29.
Okay.
I don't know how he paid for that beer, but that was literally last night. I was like, man, people are living like that.
He had $6.
$6.29 to his name.
Okay, I got a good one. How do you spot a trashy 2-time whore? I'll give you a few examples.
Okay.
Her hair is greasy. Okay. If she got greasy ass hair, okay, 2-time whore. If her phone is broke, she's a 2-time whore. If her pants don't fit properly, she's a 2-time whore.
Damn. You've been spotting these for a minute.
I'm just fucking around. You may just be a perfect lady, but your life is fucked. Sorry. You may not be a 2-time whore at all. Or you are. Yeah. Or you are. Or you are. So how I spot them.
Here's how I gauge it.
All right. How do you gauge it?
If you're out on a date and she keeps on looking over to another guy, she might be a two-timing whore.
If she's constantly on her phone talking to some other dude, she's a two-timing whore.
She's probably a two-timing whore.
Yeah. If she is out doing activities while you're flipping the bills, what do you
Probably
think?
a two-timing whore.
Probably a two-timing whore. Okay? So, how about if you're too lonely to kick a two-timing whore out? How do you spend your day? I mean, how about if you're like, I don't want to be lonely.
I don't want to be lonely. Okay, as a man...
Wait. I am a married man, and
Right.
I don't have any lonely time. unless I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym. That's my lonely time. And trust me, that is pain and agony if it ain't lonely time. It's a lot of work.
That's a sad story of a married man right there.
Fuck, man. But it's working. What my personal goals are is working for me. You, on the other hand, are
I am
in your own house.
Right.
No dogs.
By myself.
No kids. No girl. No nothing.
And I'm perfectly fine with that.
How do you feel?
Based off of what you just said, I think I'd rather be where I'm sitting.
I was just wondering, right? You probably don't even have pants on.
Well, I do, just in case I had to walk away from the camera.
I didn't want to see no troll butt like old Derek motherfucking Hunter.
Oh man, it's all right. I've been working the glutes. You'd be pretty impressed.
I have too, by the way. I've been pulling them strings, calf kicking and stuff, looking like a mule. Just looking like a mule. I can only do that in the morning because I don't want to get picked up. So I do that in the morning. So you spend your day, you go to work.
Yeah.
And then you come home.
Yeah.
And you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound very lonely to me.
Well, so here's the deal about lonely. Like, I don't know a real man that gets lonely. Okay. If he needs a little comfort from a woman, then he'll go get comfort from a woman. But the whole loneliness thing, I don't think is a valid statement for a real man.
Last I checked, if you don't have too much to lose, like let's say you accidentally picked up a prostitute.
Accidentally, okay.
Accidentally. You know what would happen to you?
No.
He would probably write you a ticket, slap you on the hand, and say, don't do that again.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like you could ever be lonely.
Yeah, I mean, you could also go to the bar and pick up a barfly.
A two-timing whore.
Well, I mean, like, you know what it is, though.
What? At least you know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't date a barfly.
Oh.
For one.
What?
And for two, if your woman is going out to the bar with another guy and not you, and he is straight, I would say that why the fuck are you not there?
Or you're just you're just fine. I'm just fine. Tell me what fine means, Cody.
FINE is an acronym. It stands for freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
So, yeah, you could go with him. I'm just fine.
Yeah. Well, that sounds not like what a man would say. That sounds like something that a female would say.
I would lose my shit.
It would not be on the table.
I have an issue with my wife going to lunch with a guy that she works with for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I made it perfectly clear that I do not like that shit. So I guess to start out a relationship, you got to put some boundaries, right?
Right.
You got to make sure she's not a trifling two-timing whore slut, cunt, bitch. Sorry, those things just came flying out. And like, just put your foot down.
We're gonna need a disclaimer for this one.
We're gonna have to make a disclaimer. Did you write a disclaimer for this one?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. We'll get a disclaimer. I don't have it right now, but I'll get it.
Okay, we're gonna have to put a disclaimer in front of this one.
So
first, start off with some boundaries.
Yeah.
Don't pay her bills.
Agreed.
Don't even buy dinner.
Well, I mean, if you buy dinner, then she makes you dinner next time. I mean, it's got to be both sides.
Got to be a give and take.
Yeah.
This is I'm trying to make an information box for people to go to find out where they're at in their situation. So, if you've just met a girl that just got done leaving another guy that she's still with, but she's somehow with you now, and then somehow she's with some other dude now, but you're still there flipping some payments, you don't have any boundaries. Am I right?
Okay, so it sounds like the situation that you're talking about, they just don't even talk to each other.
Or just come up with this one. I just came up with this one. She sucks a mean dick.
I mean, that could be a situation.
I'm just fine.
However,
I'm just fine.
if you know that that's what you're paying for, I mean, there should probably be like some sort of stipulation behind that. I
actually think it's a lot cheaper if you pay for that by the hour.
Yeah, I would agree.
I got a good friend that said, if it floats or sucks, you rent it.
If it floats or sucks, what?
You rent it.
Oh.
That's my boy Gutter.
That's a good one.
That's my boy Gutter. Hey, shout out to you, Brad.
Isn't that Gutter? Isn't he a boat owner?
Oh yes, Gutter's a 3 boat owner. anyways, Mr. Warren brought up a good one. He put down don't let her walk over you or your family. Yes, you're right, Mr. Warren. Do not ever let these trashy two-timing whores come in between you and your family. Yes, that's a good point.
Yep.
You ever had that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact.
What ended up happening there? Obviously, you're single.
Yes, so that happened.
That had happened.
No, here's the deal. Okay, I have probably. I would argue that I have probably the best family that anybody else could have. So, if you try and put yourself in between me and my family, you're gone. You're gone. Like there's no question about it. I mean, why would you even try and do that?
Well, because there's women out there that do that.
I know, and I've seen it happen.
If they manipulate men to only stay with you and isolate you from the family, and the family is the only one with common sense, and she obviously doesn't, but she can manipulate you, and you can't get that. You know, hey, I don't think she's a good person for you. I don't think you're making the right decisions. You're possibly spending too much money. You know what I mean? I see you
Why are you
putting
paying
it.
her bills?
I see you putting it a ton of effort, and I don't see a damn thing she's actually doing for you.
Yeah.
Right, because I don't see maybe they're making porn, but I've never seen it.
Oh, Brad just said something.
Oh, he did.
Don't bring another man into your house when you're not home.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. That would be the end right there. Like that would just like literally be the end right there.
My top would fucking blow off. Like
It would not end well.
it just makes me want to. That's how people get fucking shot.
That's the problem. That's a serious issue. I mean, like there's plenty of cases where that ended up in homicide.
Yes, and I mean, who knows? It may be a burglar, right? I heard her. She sounded like she was scared for her life. And I came in my own house and I was scared and I pulled out my gun because I am scared for my life and
that's how a smart man would word that to the police, but any truth teller would say something along the lines of, I saw her on top of another man.
And then you would be doing life in prison. But,
and I figured I could get a 2-for-1.
2 in the bush, right? I was just two in the bush. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not God. God help me if I ever come across a situation like that. Are you kidding me? That's like one of the.
I would flip out. There would be no mercy for a man twice my size.
Well, not in your own house.
Yeah,
no.
because I would be so scared. I would be to the point where I was so scared I blacked out. I don't remember. I was scared.
I mean, physically twice the size, or like between the knees and the waist.
Yeah, physically twice my size. I mean, my dogs could be getting raped right now. That scares me.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely have to pull out the old Taurus.
Yeah.
Not the clitoris, because that sounds like it's already getting beat up.
That obviously probably wasn't that situation.
I think Eminem caught his girl like that.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't think that if you're going to be in a situation like that, okay, like as a man, here's how I see it, okay? When I look at a person, not even talking about relationship based, you look at a person and you can tell they're full of shit, right?
Yeah, your bullshit meter just fucking dings.
Yeah, like you know that feeling in your gut, and some people ignore that because maybe she gives good head. I don't know, but that's the problem, is that people ignore their bullshit meter because they don't like. A lot of people, a lot of men nowadays, especially, want to avoid confrontation
with women.
Period. They just want to avoid confrontation. They just want to. Like most people, most men nowadays, they want to go to a job, they want to work their job, and they want to come home, and they want to do whatever it is that they do when they get home. Drink beer, work in their wood shop, fucking whatever it is.
Beat off.
Some guys want to do that. I mean, you know.
Oh, like you haven't. No, I don't do that. Yeah. Somehow you got to milk the cow.
But when you start talking about these women that are doing that, I mean I don't understand how, as a man, you can look at a situation like that and know what you're in. Now, it's one thing if she's like a porn star, okay?
Where she's getting, this is her job, is to fuck other men. Or
she's a stripper and then she doesn't fuck other men.
Right. She just gets naked.
Right. But, like, if she's just a regular woman who is not either of those things, and she is not contributing, and then on top of that, she's going out to the bar with another man, and then on top of that, she brought another man to the house without me there. I mean, how
many chances do you give them?
None. None.
Well, it sounded like you just listed off like 5 opportunities to grab her by the neck.
The first time that I feel like it's not working out for me, that she is being dishonest, gone. I am not, because if I have to question her after that, then that's what our relationship's going to be. Is I'm going to question you every time. Like it's a waste of.
I would
a waste of my time.
I would have to say is that when you're hanging around your family and the girl you like does not get along with your family and secludes herself to a bedroom to somewhere else, there's a problem.
I would say.
Would you agree? Concur?
I would say.
Would you concur?
Felicia said, so what's considered okay boundaries with a guy friend, if there is any? You want to answer that?
Was that a moment of motherfucking silence?
Do you want to answer that first, or you want me to go first?
The moment of silence. Let's. Yeah, you just got to be. See, here's the sketchy part. If they're brutally honest with you, and they tell you everything that's going on, then yeah, hey, I'm gonna go do a lunch, or I'm with Jim, or I'm going to lunch with Jim, and Jim has been working there for 100 fucking years, and he's 20 years older than her dad, or whatnot, and Jim's either a pervert or a nice guy. We can't judge. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
If Jim ain't putting fucking gutters on my house, stay the fuck out of my house. That's how that goes.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
What? What you got?
It has to do with your bullshit meter.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes. Good point.
If your wife wants to go to lunch with Jim, okay.
Whose wife?
Lunch with Jim. Like,
whose wife?
That's fine. If you do that once a week with Jim, I might start saying something about, hey, is there a reason why you're going to lunch with Jim once a week?
Not unless he's paying for lunch.
I mean, even still, I mean that doesn't seem like you can have a friend at work, like that's fine. But I've seen it way too many times, especially at work,
where they get too comfortable with somebody at work because they spend 40 plus hours a week with them, and the next thing you know, bye. Next thing you know, you're looking down the turkey neck.
And the next thing you know, you're feeling ashamed, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then I've seen it so bad that they just start blatantly doing it.
I don't like it. What did she say? Any boundaries with a guy friend? Yeah, you know what? I had a guy on our podcast, Todd. Have at it. Go to lunch, go to dinner. But when it comes a daily thing or a weekly thing or every Tuesday or every Wednesday or every day, that's when it's too much.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Okay, so here's the deal.
No, even if he's blatantly gay, just like I had on my podcast, he still will get his dick sucked by a woman. I don't give a flying fuck who you are. A mouth is a mouth.
Okay.
Okay? So there's only so many Wednesdays you could go to lunch with whomever before, you know, the old dirty.
It starts getting like the problem is when you start getting comfortable, right? So like you can have, okay, here's somebody that I know, and I'm not going to talk about who this person is and how they're related to me, but this is how it worked out.
Oh,
okay?
now they're related.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, you could be a friend, you could be a parent, you could be a cousin, whatever.
Okay.
Anyways, what I'm saying is I know of somebody who brought another man around, and even brought that man around with his wife to like while that other person was still married, right?
Right.
So as it turns out, and he was a man, she was a woman, and turns out that they were fucking, and they would have dinners with
all four,
their significant others and the family.
Huh.
So I mean, here's what I will say.
So the boundary is right here, very little.
I would say yes. It's very hard to maintain a relationship with a person of the opposite sex without it going to a certain extent.
Good idea. Keep the boundaries. So here's the deal. To the MF Felicia, the boundaries are small, but they're there. And yes, it's okay to do a lunch, but don't make it frequent. Don't make it often. Don't make it ever. Just if you want a healthy, if you want a healthy relationship, just stay true to who you are, and yeah. Let's get back onto this. Some trifling whores. Ka-ching! Where's your drum set? I'm about to put my nuts on your drum set. Aren't they in Spokane?
I'm gonna fucking stab you.
Aren't your drum set is in Spokane, isn't it?
If you put your nuts on my drum set, I'm gonna stab you.
Dude, I'm gonna show you my long balls on your drum set. When you get
probably wake up dead.
Really? You would drive to Spokane and kill me with your drumstick?
No, I'd kill you with a knife.
Get personal, huh?
Yeah.
Old samurai style. That fucking mustache, man. The chicks that are listening to this right now just want to ride on that thing.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you what. This thing right here, it's fuzzy.
It is.
It's nice. It's comfortable.
Really? Because this little mustache makes me feel like a prick.
Yeah. I don't understand why. I don't know if you're Hitler or if you're Mario.
Oh. Yeah, Mario had a big fat mustache like you did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it was Luigi. I may have my video games all fucked up. Oh, yes. We're going to move into the next one. Thanks, old Brad. The next one is how to spot if a chick is gold digging on you. Okay, here's the deal. If she is a gold digger, you're paying for every meal. You got one? I'm going to say one, you say one.
I feel like it's obvious. I mean, if she lives with you and doesn't pay rent,
she's a gold digger.
She's a gold digger. You say one, I say one.
If you have to put gas in her car, she's a gold digger.
If you have to give her money for either food, or I don't even know like if you have to give her cash money, she's a gold digger.
If she can't hold a job, she's a gold digger.
Maybe she's going through tough times, man.
She's a gold digger.
I would say if she is broke and has been broke since you've known her, and it's been more than 6 months, she's a gold digger.
If you once been able to buy whatever you want, and now sometimes you have to finance shit you want, she's gold digging on you.
If you co-sign on anything that she wants to buy and you end up making just one payment,
she's a gold digger. She's digging on you. I love it. Let's see. If she somehow has a pet and you're paying for the food, she's a gold digging.
Oh man, that's bad. That's a bad one. So hold on. Let's back the horse up a little bit. So
all the way to how to spot a trifling whore.
Let's be perfectly honest here. Like, okay, I was just talking to a guy earlier today. One of his best friends. He got a offer where a company paid him $500,000.
Okay.
As a signing bonus.
Ooh, that's a great signing bonus.
And he was getting paid $2 million a year. Your wife doesn't need to work, and she can take care of the kids. That's not necessarily a gold digger.
Oh, so
that happened.
Would you like to do the opposite now?
Because that happened after the fact. Okay. So let's make that perfectly clear. Okay. So if in a man and woman relationship in traditional history, a man has taken care of the woman. They have in the last 100 years, when it comes to working versus taking care of the kids, the man would get the bills, the woman would take care of the kids. Okay. But up until the point that they have kids, then what are you doing for this relationship? Are you bringing something into it,
or are you just taking?
Or are you just taking?
Okay, so what you're saying is that if somebody makes a lot of money and you quit your job to stay home, and the house is always dirty, you're a taker.
That's
She's
probably
gold
not
digging.
an okay thing.
She's gold
That's
digging.
probably not an okay thing.
But
right.
If you're married, scientific fact is that women are so much happier at home with their kids.
That's a true statement.
But at times, that lady needs...
Most women.
Hold on. At times, that woman needs a break from them children. Them children will drive that woman batshit fucking crazy. And she'll be fucking a neighbor in no time if you don't fucking step in and man up. So, let's just put that out there. You gotta be a man. You gotta step up. You gotta do your fatherly duties. You can't just go to work, come home, play with your balls and video games. You actually gotta let your wife take some time off, or else she'll be fucking a neighbor in no time.
Yeah.
Yes, so... Clinic fact, they're happier at home. You still have to be a dad.
Now, there is some situations where the roles are reversed. Now, I know a couple where the woman is doing a lot as far as bringing income in, and the man does a supplemental income. However, he is the one that's taking care of the kids. Now, if that's a mutual agreement, then everybody's okay with that.
Speaking of mutual agreements, I've heard of a mutual agreement between a good friend and his wife. That's a wife, okay? This ain't a girlfriend. Right. She still pays him rent. So the house is split down the center, okay?
The wife pays rent?
Yes, the wife pays half the mortgage.
Wow.
But with this agreement they have, is that he takes care of her Harley payment, but he has to make sure that she is dedicated to help paying for the house. So when and if they split, they both know that they put half into the house.
Huh.
So, you know what I mean? So when she goes
That's fair.
and gets a divorce or whatnot, it's split fair. It's just minor possessions after that, a Harley or a minivan. You know what I mean? Tis tass, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But at that point, when they both agree to disagree and then they split ways, that they know they each get half of what the house is worth. And I think that's pretty legit too. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Minus the fact that is she paying for his Harley payment?
No, he's taking care of his own Harley payment. I was just throwing that out there because possibly the next time you may get engaged or you may be going down that road. Who knows?
I won't.
Who knows that she could pay half your fucking house payment.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, if somehow in the state of Washington they get half anyways, she might as well take her goddamn paycheck and just write it to you.
Well, let's take it back before you get a house. Let's just say you're paying rent. Like, if I am paying rent and she decides to move in with me, then I feel like we each have half responsibility for the rent. So where does that change at a mortgage, I guess? Unless you're in one of those situations where she's staying at home with the kids and you are paying for the bills.
Yes, you're right.
That's a very slippery slope as well.
That is a slippery slope. Because normally, I don't want to say there's man privilege because there's plenty of women that make good fucking money out there, okay?
Right.
But sometimes the man makes more, so he ends up flipping the $2,200 house payment.
Yeah.
And the car payment. And the insurance. And then this guy doesn't, I'm going to go on a rant. And tires and fuel and kids' food and this and that, and somehow this motherfucker doesn't get a dime, or he can't go golfing, or he can't go paintballing, or he can't do anything with his buddies. That's the time the lady needs to turn around, break her fucking check up a little bit, hand him some cash, and say, go hit the tee, you sock cocksucker, and go fucking drive that goddamn ball a mile. Sorry about that. I went off on a tangent.
That's where a relationship is, where it's teamwork.
Yes.
Versus
I went off on a little tangent. My bad. I'm just saying, there's people out there that the women's like, well, my check, it's my check. You know what I mean? There's women out there that say that, and then the guy's like, I ain't got a check left. Like,
because I just paid all the bills.
Don't you fucking see it? Like, yeah. So make sure your boundaries aren't a lot. Keep them tight.
Well, I mean, all of this. Maybe we should have started off with this, but all of this needs to be premeditated. Like, you have to, when you first start a relationship with somebody.
When you fart.
Yeah, when you first start a relationship with somebody, you need to have open communication, be able to tell them where you're at, what you're thinking, and where they're at, and if by any chance they're lying or they're trying to tell you something that is not correct, or if they're not bringing something to the table that's going to help you out and push you forward, then they're not. If they're not helping you get better or do better in your life, then why are you with them? Okay, so
you made a very valid point. So back to dating. If you are dating like you are personally looking for somebody that is going to push you forward in life, give you an equal balance, and you guys can jive. That means family, friends, everything can jive. And if some things don't line up that really matter, friends, family, money, and time, if somehow shit doesn't jive in what you need to happen, then she's got to go.
It's not worth wasting the time.
So how would you go about it? Hey, listen here, you trifling two-timing whore, get the fuck out of my house.
Nope. That's the wrong way to go about it.
Okay. How have you done it?
You can talk about. Well, I told you I never came across a two-time trifling.
Well, I'm just throwing that out there, you know.
But if you're looking to end a relationship with somebody that you've been in with probably more than 6 months, I would say 6 months is probably a solid investment. Oh shit! Hang on. We got.
Oh, we just got blew up right there.
Yeah.
Okay, just keep going.
All right, so I'll read those in a second. But like if you are in a relationship for 6 months or longer, and whether you're living with the person or not, you need to have a discussion that says that, look, this is where my views are. This is what your views are. They're different. It's not going to work out with us. Like, we need to work on an exit strategy in between you and I. Like, I don't see myself with you forever, so there's no point in me wasting my time, and I don't want to waste your time.
Good. I'm a sucker, so I got nothing to say. Sometimes I have been beat up in the past, and I have stayed in relationships I shouldn't have, and I've been silent and desperate all at the same time in multiple relationships that I've had in my past.
That's a bad combination.
I've came a long way, and what I have to say is that growing a pair of fucking balls really helps. So if they haven't dropped yet, pull them. So let's what do we got here? This thing's blowing up. You got a second to read those?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Brad said, not be a gold digger and not going to the bar and dance with other guys all the time. Felicia said, if the person doesn't push you to be better and they hold you back, gotta go. Agreed.
Very. That's what we just touched on. If they're not pushing your future and where you're gonna be when you're 50, and it feels like they're just gonna hold you back and keep sucking the life out of you, you got to look for an exit strategy. You have to find the power within to move on. And there's plenty of people around you that you could just go to and they will help you.
I think that's bullshit. I think what you're saying right there is bullshit. You are fucking perfectly strong enough to fucking do it your goddamn self. People are so fucking reliant on others nowadays.
They underestimate themselves.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. I don't think that people value themselves anywhere near what they're possible of.
You have to grab that inner bitch inside you that tells you, let's not fight. I'm happy. I'll just do whatever. You grab that inner bitch and you fucking grab her by the neck and you're like, you're not running my life anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the best part about that is that on the other side of that, when you finally fucking break ties and you fucking start living life again, like the first week is gonna suck, right? Just because you're used to fucking somebody.
Laying next to you.
Well, you're used to fucking somebody is what I meant.
Oh,
But you're used to somebody being there. You know what I mean? You have somebody to talk to. But like, you have friends. You got family that you can talk to. Okay, if you need to. But you also need to go through everything that you need to go through by yourself because it's your own experience.
And you can only learn from your own mistakes.
Right.
So mistakes will make you stronger. Brad has a good point. Brad is when your family is telling you that he or she is rude and disrespectful, she's got to go. And we touched on that a little bit. But yes, if everybody around you is saying Cody is a cocksucker, well, he's probably a cocksucker. I mean, that's just like saying Michael Jackson touches little kids. Duh. I mean, like Hillary Clinton has killed some people.
He did a lot of good things for these kids. You know, he gave them scholarships to their college.
Gave their parents houses.
Yeah, I mean.
But if somebody is, if your close knit family around you is telling you things, you should listen.
Agreed.
But sometimes when, no offense, sometimes when my wife's like, Cody's a fucking cunt, I let that go in one ear and out the other.
Why is that? Because Cody's always right?
No, you know, sometimes you could be a cunt.
If we were in Australia and you called me a cunt, I'd say it as a compliment. So I'll take that as a compliment.
I hope you do, because my face says I'm in Germany. I bet you this mustache is outlawed.
In Germany?
Yeah, they can't have swastikas in Germany, by the way.
Well, I mean, that's probably not a bad thing.
Right. So, yeah, we're about an hour into it, and I just wanted to throw that out there. So if anybody is dealing with any of these situations, grab that.
By the way, let's not limit this to just being ball bags of women. Like, there's men out there. There's plenty of men out there that are fucking pieces of shit. I'm going to say if your name's fucking Kyle, you drive a fucking 3-tone fucking Toyota or fucking Honda, and you don't have a job and haven't had a job, and you probably have a neck tattoo, and you're probably hooked on methadone, but, you know, you're trying to seek help, you're probably a fucking ball bag as a man.
You want to bag on guys?
I mean, we can, just because we've been going on a rant about women. So here's the deal.
If you're wearing tight pants and smoking a fucking stupid-ass vape, motherfucker, you're going to die from something, bitch.
Whoa. We're not talking about those guys. And here's why. Here's what I was saying.
Sorry, I blew up a little bit. All right, sorry. Fucking kill me.
Here's what I have to say about those guys, okay? They have a Subaru Impreza that is fucking has a turbo on it, and they're fucking really happy about it, but they're making payments on it, okay? So that means A, they have credit, B, they have a job, but yes, their social options and choices of what they do in life are probably less than what I value.
We got another one. You want to read that one? Your family. If you have, on purpose, slept with somebody's wife, you're a cocksucker.
Yeah, you're a dick.
That's all I got, man. I got way more on trashy-ass women. It took me a while to come up with that one. Call me biased, but this is called the Pig Show. So what do you want me to do?
There's plenty of men out there that are playing that game too. Don't lie. There's plenty of guys out there that are fucking just looking to, like, oh yeah, I've had a bad string of luck. You know, I've lost a couple jobs, and you know, I'm thinking about going back to school. They fucking don't, or they won't.
Oh, how about what I call the coyote?
What's that?
The coyote guy. He wants to be your wife's best friend and blah blah blah, and keeps trying to tell her that your husband's a piece of shit, and all he's looking for is a piece of your wife's puss.
Yeah.
That's what I call a coyote. They hang out on the outside because they can't hang with the wolves.
Yeah. Well, that's a serious issue too.
Yeah, those guys can wreck motherfucking lives.
Yeah. Families' lives. Yeah.
Yes.
Like multiple lives. Yeah. Those guys are fucking pieces of shit.
The old coyotes. You gotta watch out for them. They're out there. They're everywhere. And you
Yeah,
you
so-
wonder why I don't trust very many men with my wife. Here, let me tell you. What you got?
Brad says your family's internal. Will always be. Well, you will always have, and they will always have your back. Relationship come and go. All right, so yeah, so that's basically saying that blood is thicker than water, and I agree with that statement. And that's a really true statement. There is probably maybe 2 or 3 people that I would say that I consider to be family that are not blood related to me, and no offense, but none of them are women. And that doesn't have anything to do with man or woman. That's just the fact that I, as a man, have man friends, and I do have women friends, but they're not somebody like, you don't get close with somebody of the opposite sex without something ending up happening. That's how I view it.
So blood's thicker than water.
Blood is thicker than water,
And
always.
if your blood is telling you that water is got glyphosate in it, turn into frogs gay,
Yeah,
don't drink the water.
yeah,
Go get a filter.
yeah. Or just fucking move on from that water pool.
Speaking of filters, your best filters you can get at Infowars.com. Don't be drinking the glyphosate, it turns the frogs gay. Oh, I love it. Sorry, speaking of glyphosate, it's actually in the water in Spokane, so, yeah. I checked it out. Yeah, he was doing an old rant about frogs turning gay. I love it. I love when frogs are gay.
All right, so we're at an hour. We're past an hour. That's pretty impressive. That's not quite what I was expecting tonight. I thought it was going to be a quick rant, but I would like to say that if you're a man or a woman and you're dealing with a ball bag of the opposite sex, and you have that gut feeling, you have that feeling that something's not quite right. It's not quite right.
Your internal being is telling you that something is wrong.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
And it's time to move on. It's okay to be single for a little while, just so you know.
It's okay to disagree and move on. It's not like it's forever. They're not going to take your birthday away. Matter of fact, if it's such a ball bag or a cocksucker, it's going to be better in a week. Your life is going to be better in a week.
Yeah, you need to, here's the deal. If you have a feeling of some wrongdoing, or if you feel that something is not quite right, you need to confront them about it and then go from there. Like, depending on their reaction is how the rest of that will be played out. But you need to bring it up to them, because if your family's telling you it's not right, or if you just feel like it's not right because they haven't even met your family, it's probably not right.
And move on. Get up.
Yeah.
Grab boots. Grab life by the shorts and roll.
There's fucking 7 billion people in this world, okay? Go get you a $5,000 Russian wife.
Go get yourself a $3,000 Asian wife.
Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Why?
My buddy's dad did that, and it didn't end well.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you get way outside the gene pool, I'm pretty sure you're going to have smart kids. I keep saying that.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. But if you're gonna spend $3,000 on an Asian wife, the $5,000 one's probably a little bit better. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. The longer you wait to ditch a ball bag, the worse your life will be.
Oh, amen.
Amen to that statement. If you keep suffering, the inner bitch inside you is going to just keep withering away, and they are going to eat at you until you don't have any friends or family left. So you got to get out as soon as possible so that ball bag doesn't drown you.
Yep.
Next thing you know, you haven't seen your friends in weeks, months, forever.
When was the last time you talked to your friends?
Well, my wife gets mad because my phone, all it says is Cody Link, Cody Link, Cody Link.
I'm pretty sure I went to call JD earlier tonight, and I think the call history literally on my phone says nothing but JD.
Yeah, I have five. Mr. Dependable. We got Brad Warren. I got Cody, my wife, and my dad. That's about it. That's the top, man. Here's the deal. Those 5 people right there never call me and ask me for anything.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some help and advice, but it's not like, hey, by any chance, I'm low on fuel, or by any chance, do you want to come over and paint my truck, or can you? Wait, hold on. Speaking of ball bags, I hate when somebody starts out a conversation with this. I did this. Like, that's not a conversation. All you are is bragging, okay? Like, for instance, I started this project and I had to butt fuck 10 people to get it done, but I totally fucked them out of 2 weeks of you know what I mean? Do you get it? Has anybody done that? You probably deal with it with a daily basis.
I'm not going to go there, but what I'm going to say is that I do a lot of things because I am a single person.
Yes, well, I get it, but if you get where I'm coming from,
if you're in a relationship with somebody and you start talking about anything around the house, it should be we.
No, I was just speaking of, like, there's one guy in particular, and I'm not going to. Anyways, I love all 5 of those people, and those 5 people don't come up to me and say anything like that. They're like, hey, what's up? How's everything going? That's how you start off the conversation.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying then.
Yeah. Hey, you're looking rough today. What's up? Hey, you sound like your balls are in the toilet. What's up?
It always starts off with not talking about yourself. Yes.
Oh, here's a good one. Don't keep them around just because it's someone to come home to. Da 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 da. I'm gonna go home to a ball bag. Yes, I can't wait to get home to some more drama. Fuck you. Get out of my house.
Speak on it, son.
Ah, damn. I've been in that situation where it's like, God, why do I gotta fucking go home?
Guess I'll take the long way this time.
How many beers can I drink before I get there?
Yeah.
But there's some people that don't. They just fucking drive. They lawn dart home. And right when they get there, they have a ball bag ready to just be like, hold on, I'm the ball bag. All right. Should I put my mask on? Right. Hey, what'd you do today, honey? Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi, can you see that guy to your right? They don't even know you're there. They're too busy playing fucking video games, and you're like, what the fuck have you done all day? They're all sweaty, nasty, got like twitches when they get done because they're so involved into a video game.
Their fucking Cheetos are littered all over the couch.
Fucking pussies all just fucking Cheetoed out because she decided to rub one off.
Flicker bean while you're sitting there playing video games.
Fucking the dildo's just hanging out. Like, oh, geez, what time is it?
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna beat off in the shower tonight. It's okay. My inner bitch is telling me just to deal with you.
So, long story short, don't be a little bitch.
If her pussy tastes like Cheetos, she's been doing herself all day.
I mean, if her pussy tastes like Cheetos, I mean, I'd be a fan of that.
It's looking like I don't see no Cheetos on that mustache ride.
Oh, Jesus.
I love it. All
right.
Look at depression. You got something on depression? Man, you're home. You're by yourself so much. What do you do? That's what I want to know.
I think you underestimate the amount of time or overestimate the time that I'm alone.
How did you get out of the funk you once was in? How's that sound? Because there's got to be a point in your life that you were like, life sucks.
Honestly, I guess I'm lucky like that. Like, I don't think that I've ever once said that to myself.
You have been by yourself since 17, so.
Yeah, but I don't think that I've ever once uttered the word that life sucks. I may have been like, fuck, writing a $20,000 check sucks.
Putting a tranny in a Tahoe sucks.
Or paying for my second transmission in 12 months sucks. But I don't think I've ever said that life sucks. Like, I guess I'm just, I don't know. Maybe
You're blessed.
I'm different.
You're blessed.
I don't know.
You're wired different.
Did you say I'm blessed?
You're blessed.
That may have been one of the most homosexual statements I think I've ever heard you say.
Really? Because I'm about to put my balls next to that mustache. I'm telling you right now.
Fucking wish you could.
Is that the second most homosexual thing I've said today?
You fucking wish you could.
Well, at least my balls would fit that mustache. I think your balls could fit mine. Don't keep them around just because it's yes. Depression is a motherfucker. If you get into a depressed state, I would have to say find an activity to go to. And a good way, even if you really suck at something, to meet people is to get out, join a sport, go to a gym, go to places. How can I word this? Can you help me out?
Yeah,
to meet women. I mean, let's just say hypothetically you've moved on and you're in that week to 2 weeks of super lonely, super depressed, super. Do not get on the internet and start dating.
Yeah.
Because some fat girls got their selfie game on point and will catfish your fucking skinny ass right into a fucking. The biggest catfish you've ever seen and the biggest beaver tail you couldn't even dig yourself back out of.
Oh man.
That's like putting 4 cougars in a telephone booth. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna come out of there all clawed up.
Oh Jesus. Smelling like a crawfish.
Smelling like a crawfish. You got catfished into that. So I would say, I would have to say, stay away from social dating sites.
I mean, I would agree to a certain extent. I wouldn't. So here's the deal. If you know what you're getting yourself into, then I would say it's perfectly acceptable to do that. However, within a week to 2 weeks after fucking seeing somebody, if you're single, then you stay away from that. Because
especially if you have met that person on one of those sites.
Well, hold on. If I were to, okay, so if I was single, I guess in some people's eyes, for 6 months, and I was just doing myself, just doing whatever, and I got onto a dating website and then started like meeting people, like you don't. It's a different world. Like once you start getting into that, right? So, like if you just got out of a relationship and then a week later you find yourself talking to another person and saying, "Oh my God, I'm in love with this person," I would definitely run the other direction. You don't do that. Like anybody that needs another person to rely on, like those are the people that are going to expect your affection for some sort of appreciation in their life, and that's not acceptable. That's not any, like, you have to find happiness by yourself before you can find happiness with another person.
So you got to be happy
to find happy.
To find happy, or to just find a compatible partner.
Yeah. You can't expect to find, like, if you're in one of those depressed states, and I can't say that because I haven't been there, but if you're in one of those depressed states, you can't expect to go onto a dating website or just meet somebody in person, it doesn't even, for that matter, and think that that person is going to make you happy, because that person is not going to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy, and then they bring to the table something that's worthwhile for you.
Oh, good point. Very good point. You gotta find your happy way before you start going down the trail of finding somebody in your life to spend your life with, because you're already happy.
Right. Yeah, you gotta be perfectly accepted, like, in your own eyes. Like, if you look in the mirror and you're not happy, you're not fucking ready to date somebody. Like, if I ask somebody if they're happy with themselves, if they say yes, but I'm working on this, fucking great. But if they say no, I'm running the other direction. You're if somebody does not say that they're happy with themselves for whatever reason, if they hesitate or fucking anything, they're not worth talking to, because they need to work on themselves.
Yes, and you can see that plain as day too.
Right.
Especially if you don't fuck them and you just hang out with them, you can really get a good insight on who that person is. What do you got?
MFing Felicia says no one needs someone to be happy, and if you need to work on yourself, without a relationship.
So yeah, you just nailed it right there without even reading it.
Yep. You
got to be happy before you go into a relationship. You got to know who you are and what your boundaries are before you step foot in there. And dating websites are not the way to find chicks. For instance, go build a hobby car. Go to the racetrack. Go run. If you meet some chicks there that are into racing, guess what? You could spend some time in the garage. I know remember the podcast with Justin?
Yeah.
Yes. Those two people are very happy together.
Right.
She understands that he is going to be dedicated to a demo car, to a race car.
Right.
She's going to be there. She's going to have dinner. She obviously knows that he's going to be away with his buddies long periods of time, several days, whatever.
Yep.
She understands that she got involved with a race car driver, and race car drivers spend a lot of time away from home.
Yep.
So you need to get where you are, and then you need to find a chick that is already there. You can't find a chick and then modify her into, I'm going to live in the garage, and I am going to go to my friend's house and build his car with him. And then when we're done there, we're going to go to Jim Bob's house and build his car. So, you know what I mean? You can't modify a woman.
On the flip side of that, this is a message to any and all women listening to this, which is probably not many. You can't change a man. Okay? If you get into a relationship with a man, you're like, I think I can change him. You cannot. You will absolutely ruin your life, and you will ruin his life. Okay? If you can't accept him for who he is and what he does, you're going to ruin his life and your life.
Good point.
That's A, I've seen it, and B, I've lived it.
I would like to, we don't have any more. Okay, cool. I would like to say subscribe. Like I said, we need a few hundred by the end of this year, so hit the button right over here somewhere. If not, page up, hit subscribe. I want to make sure that my wife knows that I'm not doing this just to be a fool. I want you guys to see this stuff. There's a few people that really need to see this episode of Trashy Ass Women. With that said, would you like to go off a little bit more on some gold digging bitches?
I think I'm good. I think I have everything out there that I needed to say.
I wish I could sing that song right now.
Which one's that?
Oh, you're a gold digger.
Oh, yeah. Well, you might be the wrong skin pigmentation to sing that song.
You just wait till the end of this summer. You better pump your goddamn brakes right now. You're the color of my goddamn shirt.
You are the same color as me right now.
You're lucky Adolf Hitler's right here. And I have some German fucking dogs here too, by the way. They were straight out of the Third Reich. What you got there? What's that say? German, you got to pull it away a little bit farther. German, I can't read the German something book.
German phrase book.
Wow, good for you. Are you trying to read through that? Or you found that in Grandma's closet?
That was given to me from Grandma's stash.
Oh, God bless her heart.
Damn right.
Yes, that book is that. You know where that book came from?
That came from Grandpa being over in Germany.
Yeah, WW2.
And having a good time.
Oh, I got another one. Find someone that has the same hobbies. Gosh, it seems like they're putting this in right after we say it. Yes.
All right.
So with that said, DLcast, this is the Pig Show. We are going to put a disclaimer in front of these shows from now on. I don't want to seclude them to only these people can watch it or these people. So this thing is straight public. Sorry if your kids get into this. There'll be a disclaimer at the front of these. We are working on it right now. It's the best attorney we have putting a disclaimer in the front of these videos so no one gets hurt. And don't be a trifling two-timing whore. Don't be a gold digger. Let the man be a man. And if you're a man that has not found his balls yet, you fucking grab them, you pull them down, you dig deep, and you fucking move on from that trifling whore. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the best thing you've ever done. You got anything to say, Mr. Link?
Once upon a time, there was men. Now, there's not so many.
So
be a man. Tell people what you think, regardless of the outcome, and be honest.
There you go. Be honest, everybody. Much love. Thank you very much for...
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Wow. I love it. Love you guys. Take care. Good night.